Hey y'all, it's Vinny, and for this video, I have the model that was permed with a very tight perm. We did a tight exothermic wave, and because of that, the curls are ultra firm. They are beyond true to rod size. I mean, like, look at this. We did blue rods. You take that hair and you go to spring it, the curl goes right back. So let's say that this client comes in and she was unsure of what she wanted, and she goes, you know, that perm is way too tight. I don't like this. Can I have a looser look, or can I go back to the straight texture? Well, the good news is, chemically speaking, for the most part, a lot of perms could be reversed. Now, let me just say right here that it is very important you do a correct, thorough hair analysis. Choosing the wrong type of solution or the wrong method could seriously damage hair, and you could end up with a lawsuit. Disclaimer here, I am a professional, so please, if you try any of this, do so at your own risk, and know that hair breakage is always a risk. So one of the methods I'm going to be trying on this mannequin, and again, this is an experiment, I'm going to be trying to use a thio smoother. So again, we use ammonium thioglycolate to curl hair with a perm, and you can also use that same chemical to straighten hair. Because thio breaks the bonds in hair, when you're not using a rod or a roller, which is your tool, because remember, with regular permanent waving, you're taking the hair, you're wrapping it when it's wet, or if you're lotion wrapping dry, you're applying a perm solution which contains ammonium thioglycolate, and you're waiting until approximately 50% of the hair's bonds are broken. And we check that with the rod test. So 50% bonds broken gives you a curl or a wave, depending on the tool and the wrapping method. But let's say you just take those rods out. What happens if you just squirted perm solution on the hair and did nothing? Well, you would relax the hair because you're breaking the bonds. So you can use this chemical to either, remove some of the curl or the wave. So like, let's say you have this product and this is a straightener that I'm going to be using. Let's say that you wanted to just remove a little bit of the curl. Well, you would make that assessment while you comb it through. When you start to see the curl start to dissipate, you would then do a little strand test, or they do the knot test. And if you notice the curl is becoming more of a wave, you can take it off and neutralize and see where you're at now. And that will give you just a curl reduction. Now, if you want to completely eliminate the curl, know that you're not going to fully straighten the hair till it's 100% straight. That is because with every relaxer, if you go over 70 to 80%, usually 80 or more, it's the risky method, because at 80% the hair is pretty straight, and if you go more than 80% to 100% of the hair being smooth, you've broken so many bonds in the hair starts to denature, and just by the weight of the own hair, that strand snaps and gums off. So you never want to overprocess this. It's better to be a little bit more on the wavier side than pin straight, and explain that to the client, because a perm is still a heck of a chemical service. Adding on another chemical service, it could be very damaging. For the most part, a lot of the cream thios are very gentle for the hair, whereas relaxers you would never use with thio because that can cause breakage. I'm going to do a test section on the other side of the mannequin. Now, there's actually a really good YouTuber. She's really cool, very kind lady. I'm going to link her video down below. And for educational purposes, I think the video is phenomenal, and it teaches a lot of lessons. Sometimes stylists, they have an off day. Maybe the stylist didn't communicate what the client wanted, and as a result, her perm is too curly. And that would be ideal for this client, that the perm is way too curly. She comes in, this is not what I wanted. Well, what you could do is then apply a thio smoother to try to relax some of the curl, or even use a regular perm, which I'll also show on another quadrant. Regular perm solution, comb it through with this shampoo bowl, and wait until the desired amount of curl is relaxed. So there's different options that we have here. And again, this is a great corrective technique. So I'm going to go charge this battery up. I'm going to go set up. I'm going to wash the hair, and I'm going to condition it with a light conditioner because she is a little naughty. And then I'm going to apply the thio smoother, and we're going to see what happens with thio over perm.